Okay, guys, it's the monthly budget, and I thought I'd do the post a little bit differently this month. So, as you know, social media runs on its own schedule. It's a couple of weeks behind real life, but the budget is done in real life time. So, we're up to August 2024, and it is our 18th month living in the bus, 554 days of bus life. The budget currently is $5,938, and that's based on our monthly spend for the first 12 months of bus life, and then I averaged everything out to give us an actual figure. Um, and when I say budget, it's more like an accounting of what we spent the money on. We do not live on a hard and fast budget, but the purpose is for me to be able to know when we're going to run out of money if we don't work, essentially. So you can see we had an absolute blowout of a month this month. We spent $7,226. We only made $4,848.17. I'm going to go into a more in-depth breakdown of this one this month too, but that is mostly from Tom working, a little bit from photos, a little bit from shares, a little bit from us working at Crescent Head Caravan Park, but mostly Tom's been driving interstate refrigerated freight, so that's where most of that money come from. Also really expensive dollars per day, so $233.12 a day. We usually average around $188 a day. We only moved the bus 192 kilometres, but we did spend all 31 nights of August on powered sites in caravan parks, which, as you can see here, was $576 of the blowout on the budget. We usually go about 50-50 showgrounds, caravans, free camps, unpowered, powered. So because we wanted to be in good spots this month, it did blow out a bit more than usual. Okay, guys, so now you've seen our little summary of the budget for the month, and so I've thought I'd take you over to my spreadsheet where I track all of this good stuff. So here you can see this I call my tally sheet. So I have a category for everything we track, and I just go through all the bank statements and add all the itemizations onto there, each individual transaction, which isn't as bad as it sounds because we do all of our spending through a Coles MasterCard, as I will explain in an upcoming post about budgeting and things as well. And so it's just our income accounts and shares and things really that are in other bank accounts. So that's a quick one of that. And then that all comes across to a monthly spreadsheet when I can get it to go across here. Here we are. So this adds up my monthly. So scrolling down here, you can see I made 697. Tom made 3,900. The shares 225. Interest, that's mostly interest, no shares really this month. And then this is where the monthly totals come in. So as I said, big blowout here on the site and camping fees because we were powered in caravans for the whole month, which does add up. Groceries $9.23.57. We did do we're trialing something new, and we did do a huge grocery shop this month, like a $420 shop. So hopefully, even though it's a little bit above budget this month, that will carry over to next month where it will be a little bit less. Phone and internet, just the Starlink this month, $174. Bus fuel, $260.55. We average about $400 a month. Sometimes we use none, sometimes we use 1,000, so averages out. Didn't have to buy gas this month. Subscription TV, $47.98. I think we've only got Binge and Spotify and Steen at the moment, so that's less than usual. Didn't cost anything for Ali's schooling as such this month. $35 went in the repairs account. I'm not sure what that was for. Some little fittings or something. I think it's actually taps, hose taps. $3.54 in Navara fuel, which is a little bit, about $100 under what we average every month. Regos and insurance, $127.66. That's the bus insurance every month. You can see that the average is $270. Next month, we do have both the bus and the Navara Rego, so that will bump that up again, and that'll be a big one. $39 in pet food from Mumbles. Dining and takeaway, we must have had an absolute shocker this week. We must have ate out. I know Ali and I did eat out at a couple of nice restaurants, but apparently we ate out and had a lot of takeaway coffees. $636 over budget on dining out and takeaway this week, so that's pretty bad. we were under budget on booze, so that's something good. And we haven't been buying much like takeaway alcohol, so most of that is like schooners at the pub. Not that that really makes it any better. The racehorse didn't cost me anything this month, so that's always a win for horse owners everywhere when the horse doesn't cost you any money. Didn't make any money because it hasn't been racing, but it didn't cost me any either. Tours and activities, $499. That's Tom's gym fees, and he is going to play Perth to play cricket later in this year, so that's the start of his uniform and the deposit on his trip. $99.05. That was a yearly credit card fee, I think, on that one. Medical, haircuts, etc. This is the first time I've bought clothes in the 18 months we have been in the bus, and then there's a few just bits and bobs from Kmart and Big W and things in there. $929 in special one-off, so 630 Ali's formal dress, which year 12 formal coming up, so that was a big expense on that one. She's like her mother, and without looking at tags, picked the most expensive one in the shop. So, but can't help good taste, I guess. And the other 300 on that. What was the other 300 on that? I can't remember. What did we spend $299 on? Don't know. Can't remember now. $705.29 business expenses. We did pay our yearly business insurance and the GPS app for Tom's truck driving, so he doesn't accidentally drive a big semi-trailer under a low bridge, but we'll also be able to use that in the bus. So here you can see we are $7,226.63 total spend. Ideally, we should have only spent $5,938, so we had to blow it at $1,200. And down here, you can see it calculates my 3-month buffer. So I like to keep a minimum of 3 months in our spending account, and based on last month, I'd need $21,680 in that account. And usually it's around $16,000, but you can see we had an expensive month. And our dollars per day calculated here at $2.33 and $12. Now, I'll just take you across, where is it? So that all then comes across to our bus life. This is our second year, so this is 6 months of figures here. This comes into this sheet. So you can see our income here for the 6 months so far. And then this is our actual expenses for 6 months so far divided by those 6 months, so our monthly average. So all coming down here. So you can see so far this year, we are averaging $194 a day, and our 3-month buffer budget is $17,000. And then we can just go one further in total bus life. So for the full 18 months, we have been on the road, 554 days. You can see our total income, $117,000, total expense, $103,000. So we added $14,000 to the kitty. That's our incomes for the year. And you can see our actual spends for 18 months in the bus so far. So $9,426 site and camping fees, which breaks down to an average of $424 a month. Groceries, $14,000. So you can just see the breakdown there. Everything we've spent, $13,000 on coffee and takeaway food. That's second biggest category. This tells you how we live our life, I guess. So you can see our average month after 18 months currently is $5,742 a month. Remembering we are 3 adults and a dog, and we don't skimp and save. Sometimes we should, but we don't. And our 3-month buffer is $17,225, and our average cost of living is $187 per day. So that's our budget. As always, I'm more than happy to answer any queries or questions. Just drop me a message, add a comment. Always happy to help where I can. Hope you enjoyed this new format. Let me know if you just prefer the figures on a photo post, or if you prefer listening to me ramble on about the breakdown. And catch you all next time. Bye.